Alrighty, how's it going, folks? Welcome back to my LSPDFR tutorial series. Today we're going to be covering plugins, mainly EUP and 𝗏𝗏. These are the two essentials that go well together. So I figured let's make it its own video. So what you're going to need today is EUP Menu, EUP Serve and Rescue, EUP Law Order, and then 𝗏𝗏. All these links will be in the description below. So if you ever need them, I recommend go downloading these at the start of the video. So go pause it, go download all these, and then we're just gonna get straight into it. So the first thing we are gonna install is EUP because that is the main thing you need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your EUP menu and we're gonna drag and drop it and all that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your Open4 and you're gonna bring up your EUP menu. Just gonna put these side by side so y'all can well, not side by side. I'm gonna put these on screen so y'all can see. You don't really need the documentation folder, but if you want to take a scroll through it, just recommend it. It just tells you how to install it with other stuff as well. Now, okay, so I might put another link in the description for RageNativeUI hotfix. That's the one. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need the hotfix. That will be in the link in the description as well. Let me just put my stuff in there. Oh, okay. What folder was that? Okay. So, yeah, so what you're going to need is you're going to need your RageNativeUI and plugins. When you download your EUP menu, don't bother with the RageNativeUI, just drag this plugins folder. If you don't have a plugins folder already, which you should, because that's where LSPDFR got installed, just drag and drop the plugins folder. But we're going to open it and we're going to turn on edit mode. You don't need to do this via Open4. I just find it extremely more helpful. And it saves a lot of time in going in and out of folders and all that. So I'm just going to drag and drop the menu in here. And then we can close that. We're going to press GTA 5 up the top here to take us to our directory. We're going to take the native UI hotfix. And we're going to drag and drop it into the dynamic link library, which will appear down here. Once you've done that, you're going to go to your EUP. Now, my EUP is different from the one that you guys downloaded because I'm on the EUP Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon, link will be in the description to Alex Ashfold's Patreon, where you can get 9.4 and 2.4. So, if you're not on the Patreon, it's these two here, 8.3 and 1.5. So once you've downloaded all those, close them. Yeah. Don't forget to install to your mod folder, because if you install to your default folder, something could break and then you won't have a default version to go back to. So what I like to do, I like to install the Serve and Rescue first and then Law and Order, because I found if I install Law and Order first, some Serve and Rescue replaces the Law and Order stuff. I don't think that's the case now, but I do it as a force of habit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to drag and drop the beta.oyv into Open4, which basically opens a package installer. And then just read through this quickly. Join the EUP Discord if you need any support, or you can ask on the website. But the Discord's much faster. So what you do is you're going to hit install. It's going to ask you to install to the mods folder. Install to mods folder. Confirm. Make sure this is your game directory. Install. This package cannot be uninstalled automatically. That's okay. You're going to click install. This is going to take about 30 seconds. If that, it all depends on your SSD or HDD drive or whatever. There you go. Now that's installed, you can run GTA just to make sure it works. But what we're going to do is we're going to hit close because I know it works. And then we're going to install the Law and Order stuff as well. If you're dragging and dropping from the zip file like I do, When you go to drag another one, you actually can't. What you need to do is tab back into Open4, so it registers that it's been installed, and then you drag and drop again. Law and Order is much bigger than Serve and Rescue, by default, because there's a lot more uniforms. So this will take a bit longer to install. It does the same, except it just has more law enforcement stuff to it. Install to the mods folder, install, confirm. Make sure it's in the mods folder, like previously. So while this is installing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at this plugins folder that comes with it. And basically, this comes with EUP Menu already installed with, well, not installed, it has it ready to go because it's a beta version. So it has more custom uniform slots and all that. So what I'm good, you guys don't have to do this unless you're using the Patreon version. So now that this is installed, we're going to hit close. We're going to go to our plugins folder. We're going to open everything and we're going to drag and drop in here. As you can see, it comes with a 𝗕𝗺𝗺.xml. So we're going to take a peek inside. Yeah, so this is just allows it to do its thing because it has different pistols in case you want to use. Because that 𝗕𝗺𝗺 is in there, what we're going to do is we're actually going to install 𝗕𝗺𝗺 now, and then we're going to head in game. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our 𝗕𝗺𝗺 release. As far as I'm aware, this is the latest version. It's not been updated since 2017. What you're going to do is you're going to open the README. You can read through this if you want. I've already read through this because I've been using this script for a long time. So installation, place the DLL and XML in plugins folder while in game and type load plugin. Not going to do that. Now I'm going to open the plugins folder manually and only take the DLL because we already have an XML in there. So we're just going to drag and drop the DLL in there. Make sure it works. So now that is everything we have installed. So I'm going to hop in game and make sure it works. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to turn off edit mode. Go here. And I'll see you all in just a moment when my game launches. Okay, so now that you're in game, or hopefully, you're going to hear that noise again. Don't worry, that's pretty common. It goes away eventually, I think. I've somehow been able to disable it in the past. I don't know how I've done it. But, yeah, my phone turned on. I thought I got a notification. So we're going to let this load. Once you spawn in, you should spawn in as the character that you set up in the last part. Hopefully. Or if you've got it set to load into story mode for some reason. If that's even an option, I'm not sure. All I know is for me, I spawn in as the character that I last played as. That circle down there was having a stroke or whatever. Like, down there. So I'm gonna let it speed up and just show you guys how this, how long this takes to spawn in, because sometimes it's ridiculous. One way I like to know how I'm loading in fast is when I can actively see this updating. Normally when it does the player switch, that's when I know I'm spawning in. Especially when the loading LSPDFR goes away. Down there, so there we go. So you're gonna spawn in an apartment. You can change the apartment. I just know you can't do it when you're inside the apartment, obviously. So you should spawn in. This is the default apartment. So you spawn inside, then you have to walk outside, I believe. You can make it so you can spawn at police stations. Yeah, so spawn location, police station, or apartment. So next time we're gonna make it spawn at the police station. And then what you do is you walk through this door here. Oh, I broke it. Yeah, I don't think that you're supposed to be able to walk through the door. I broke it. Give me 1 second. Or did I air brake? There we go. So what you do is you come here and you press E to leave your apartment. It'll be right on the D-pad, depending if you're using controller or not. And you spawn outside. Now what you can do is you can open your console. By default, it's F4. For some people, it's different. And you can type in force duty. Press enter. And then that'll put you in a uniform. Press F4. You can close that now. Now, obviously, you're not going to look like this. Because you didn't do that last time. What you can do now is you can press F11. A little menu pops up. Obviously, there's going to be a picture there for you. By the way, I've got my game set up. There's not. So you can press characters. Obviously, there's no characters. Press a wardrobe. No outfits. Now what you can do is you can head to Law Order and choose a uniform. I'm going to pick this one. Now it says server issues not installed. And if it says that for you, stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to show you how to fix that. Because it should be working. But you're going to go to your Open4 here. And you're going to go to Mods. Update. Time64. Data. No, never mind. Update.rpf. Common. Data. And you're going to find dlclist.xml. Which is right here. It should be the only one that is not encrypted. What you're going to do is you're going to edit it. You're going to Control Enter, which opens it. There we go. You're going to scroll down to the bottom here, and you're going to see a DLC pack that's called EUP. What you're going to do is you're going to select this. You're going to copy it. You're going to paste a new line. You're going to paste it, and instead of EUP, you're going to make it say SUP. And that it basically adds it to the DLC list, so now it loads when you load into the game. That's really about it. So yeah. So I'm going to give this a minute to load because it normally takes forever. So I'll see you guys in a second once this loads. Alright, so when you're back, and your outfit's loaded, what you can see is you now have a different belt, you have a body cam and all that, depending on the version of EUP you're using. I do believe there's body cams in the latest version, or latest free version, sorry. So now what you can do, you can start walking around, all that. Now we're going to test out our cop holster plugin, which is set to load by default, but if not, you can always press F4 and type in load plugin. Oh. You can type load plugin and then cop holster like that. That's one way to do it. So you see the GTA 4 console. So now what you can do is you can open your weapon wheel, pull out pistol, or if you're like me and you're weird and you have buttons on your mouse, you can press this number 6 button, pulls out your pistol. And as you can see, when you take out your pistol, it like updates. So if you take a look while I'm walking here, take out my pistol, pulls out like an empty. It makes it an empty version, and then all that. The way that works, I'm gonna ruin the illusion for you here. Is when you take out your pistol, it changes the accessory from number 9 to number not 7. To number 3. And then obviously, if, say you had this holster, for example, where it's number 7, I'll change it to number 5 where it's empty. So yeah, it just changes the accessory, and it's basically a quick way of doing it instead of manually going and doing it. For a Patreon exclusive, I think, we have like a training pistol. It doesn't really do anything when you take your pistol out. It's just there for show. But that, if you didn't know that was there, it's there. So yeah, that's really about it. So now you've got EUP working and cop holster, so now you can have some fun with your uniforms. Say you don't want to be LSPD, you can be LSSD, or you can be SAHP or whatever. Obviously, they're not going to spawn because I'm recording and my game is taking up memory and all that. So yeah, there's full customization with your police outfits, with hats, belts, everything like that. There you go. There's a sheriff one that just spawned. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Let's know that you enjoyed it. Also subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Let's know that you enjoy this kind of stuff. If you want other stuff, if you have a question about how to install something, want me to make a video on it, leave it in the comments below. I'll get round to it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all for the next part. Bye.